Subscribe to my channel.
Okay, welcome guys. Today we will be doing a video particularly on this channel replying to some of our comments we got from our error on JavaScript or lessons. Okay, so guys, for today, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel so that we can keep bringing you more lessons, and don't forget to make your comment so that we can at least check out what are those things you lacking or what are those things you need us to make video on as well. So guys, without further ado, today we will be looking at comparison operators in JavaScript. All right, in JavaScript, all right, comparison operator. Now we have like 5 comparison operator we are going to be working with. All right, I'm not just working with them but showing example of them as well. The first one going to be our equal operator. All right, now our equal value operator. Firstly, when we're talking about equal value operator, assuming that we have, I'm going to comment it, we have 5 and we want to say double equal sign to it, right? Now in JavaScript we represent our equal value operator with the double assignment sign, all right, or the double equal sign. That's how we represent it. Now if I come here and say let x assign the value of 5 and come down here and say let y assign the value of 10, all right, and then come down here, we say console.log, we say console.log x double equal y, and then we get out of it, right? If we want to check this, all right, we want to check this, we want to check whether x is equivalent to y, all right, we want to check it, all right, and see what would be our result. Okay, now we are talking about value. Okay, we are talking about value. I'm going to open this into the browser real quick. As I open it up into our browser, we'll just share our string here so that we can see it correctly. Now if I come and right click here on the browser and go to our console log, okay, where we'll find all of our things, our console log things, right? Now if you check in here, we have false, all right. In the console log we have false, all right, we have false. Why we have false? Okay, why we have false? Now we want to understand it, all right. We are checking to know whether the value in x is equivalent to the value or equal to the value in y. Now it gives us a boolean or response telling us that it is false, all right. If you look here, it is saying false here, all right. Now let us check something here. We'll make this with 5 and then we save it as well, and then we'll come and refresh this entire code. Now we have true, all right. It giving us true, telling us that this is true 100% because we have 5 here and we have 5 here, assuming that we want to work it out in the data type, all right, in JavaScript data type. Now we want to change this to a string, all right. We want to change this to a string. Now to change this to a string, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put 5 in here, all right. Now like we said from the beginning of our series, if you haven't watched our series 1, series 2 and so on, try to watch them, all right. Now there's an entire JavaScript playlist for understanding from beginner straight to advanced. Now we said earlier that everything we usually put string in a single or double quote, all right. Now we are putting 5 into a double quote. That tells us that this is no longer or integers rather, or this is no longer a number but what, or string, all right. Now it being a string, we want to save it. We'll save the code, we'll come here and refresh our browser. Now we still have what we call true. We still have our truth value, all right, to this. Now this double equal sign is checking within the string and interpreting it as 5 still, all right, and still interpreting it as 5. Now let us work with equal value type, all right. Let's work with equal value type and see what will happen. Now we just work with equal value. Let's work with equal value type. want you to notice the difference here. We say let p equal 10, all right, and then we'll come down, we say let arrow equal, we put a string here and say 10 also. Get out of this and close it. Now we want to console log it real quick. Yeah, now we'll say for this equal value type, we usually represent it with 3 equal sign, all right, with 3 equal sign. Now we want to take p 3 equal sign arrow, all right. Now we save this, we check our console log. Now we have a true and we have a false. Now for this equal value type here, JavaScript will be considering the type, the data type first. It will be considering the data type. After considering the data type, before it start to check what is in that identical or variable. Now we check our data type here first. We want to see that we have 5 down here and we have 5 up here, all right. And JavaScript responded with true in our first area, and the second area here JavaScript responded with false, because this is a string and this is an integer, right? Now this is an equal value type. Okay, now like we said from the onset that we are working with comparison operator, all right. There are 5 different comparison operator we are going to be working with before we go out to study further into conditional statements, all right. Now we're going to push downward and try another comparison operator, all right. We want to try something called not equal, all right. Not equal, all right. Now if I come down here after saying not equal, I want to run a few value here, okay. I want to run a few value. Now how can I run out this value? All right, I want to say let run equal, assign the value run to 100. Good. Okay, the variable run have been assigned 100, and we say let again, we say let come assign 50. all right. Now we'll close this. Now we want to check it in the console log quickly. We want to check it. We want to check this into our console log. So we want to say run, and then what we'll use here for not equal, the sign we use for not equal is the exclamation and that of the equal sign. All right, so in here I will say exclamation and say equal, and come here and say come. Now we want to check if the value in run is the same as the value in 50. So we are assuming that the value in run and the value in run and the value in come, they are two different values. So we are saying run is not equal to come. So we want to check it in our browser. This should give us another value. Now after refreshing this, come down here quickly. So I'm just going to comment out some of the code. I will comment out some of this code here so we can see what we are working with. I'm going to comment out the 2 for now and save our work. After saving it, come here, refresh it. Now we have truth. All right, we have truth. Now the only console log that is running, it is this one down here. All right, and it is truth. It is telling us that this is not equal to this. All right, 100 is in run and 50 is in come. Meanwhile they are not equal. Now let's test it. If we put 100, all right, in both variable, now if we refresh this, we have false. All right, we are saying not equal, but the argument here is equal. The both variable are equal. All right, but we are saying not equal in our comparison operator. All right, now in further, when we start using conditional statement in our next lesson, you will have more idea on some of these things. Now we want to work with the last two comparison operator in JavaScript. We want to work with greater than and less than. All right, so we'll move downward. So we can just comment this out quickly. After commenting it out, we save it and then refresh our browser on the right here. Now we have nothing to deal with down here. Now if I come down here and then come here and say, now if we come down here and say greater than, and say greater than, all right. Now for greater than, we normally see it like this, all right. Now there's nothing different, all right. Now we want to try our practical example in it. We want to try something in it and see how it's going to work like, all right. So the next thing we want to do in it, we want to say console the log, all right. We'll just work with the two variable we have up here, all right. Now we want to say come, we want to say come is greater than run, all right. Now if we close this, we save this code, if we refresh it, now our argument here is what? False, right? Our response here in the boolean text is what? False. Now if we say, if we come back here and change this to 50 and save it, now come is greater than run, because come is 100 and run is 50 here. So if I refresh this code, we'll have what? True, all right. We'll have truth here. Now if we can try the same thing for, I will just comment this out, we'll try the same thing for our less than, all right. We'll try it for less than, all right. Now this is our less than value here. This is how we indicate it, just the normal way we do it mathematically, all right. So now we'll console log here and say run come is lesser than run. We get out of it, save it. Now after saving it, if we refresh the code, it give our false, all right. It give a false because in these two variable here, come is greater than run, it is not lesser than it, all right. Now but if we bring run on this side, run here, and bring come on this side and save this code, it become true because run is lesser than what? Come, all right. So guys, thank you very much for sticking around. This is just a quick take on us understanding comparison operator. The reason we want to understand comparison operator is because our next lesson will be about conditional statements, all right, where we'll be discussing if, else, and so forth. So guys, please stay tuned, all right. This is CodeWithTec. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, please. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Subscribe to my channel.